Hello YouTube. Today we're going to show you all the knives of Dutch Bushcraft. Starting off with my knives and after me Mickie's knives. Okay, so we'll start off with the knives I actually like. First off, my new Enzo in N690 CO. I haven't tested it very much, but until now I like it quite a lot. So my favorite knife, the Aurora in CPM 3V. It's a very nice knife. Another CPM 3V knife, Bravo 1. It's quite a nice knife. Another new knife is my Gunny LMAX. I haven't tested it very much, but it's a pretty nice knife, very good steel. Another knife, Gunny A2. A2 is not a very good steel. My Cookery in blue paper steel. It's a nice knife, very nice looking. And another one of my favorites is the Fallkniven A1 in VG10. And I also really like my Mora Bushcraft Force 12C27, very cheap and very good for its price. Another one of my favorites is the Enzo Trapper in 01. And the Fallkniven F1 in VG10, really nice knife. Mora, the Mora Clipper 12C27, very cheap, only $10, €10. Hultaforce, even cheaper. It's a carbon blade. This is a knife I make myself. I make the handle myself. This is ultra high carbon. It's 67 HRC. Very nice. Keeps a really good edge. Alright. Now the leftover knives. Ones I don't really like. The SC4. I'll make another video in which I tell you why I don't like this knife. Cheap old army knife, one of my first knives. I believe it's a very cheap knife. I don't know what kind of steel it is. This is my broken Mora. I made a new grip for it, new handle. This is a knife I haven't tested yet. It's 12C27. I made the handle myself. Curacendo. This is a very bad blade. This is a cheap combat blade. I got this one as a kid. I just wanted a big blade, but I still have it. It's worthless, and I don't use it. And another folder. Another folder I've had for years, since I was a kid. I don't use it anymore. It's crap. These are my three Opinels, number 8, number 7, number 6. I really like Opinel. Very good cutters. Two nice Victorinox knives for everyday carry. My spoon knife for bushcraft, for making spoons and little cups. Another knife I made myself. This is from a Fält. It's a Fält knife. The steel is not very good, but the result is pretty nice, and it was for practice only. So this is a very old gardener's knife. It's about 80 years old. It was from my grandfather, and I just keep this as a kind of treasure knife to remember my grandfather. This is a Herbert's IC 420 steel. It's a very weak steel. I don't use this knife. Alright. Oh, another very stupid knife is this kind of bayonet looking like knife. I don't use it, it's a crap. This is my machete, the first machete I got. I've done a lot of jobs with it, and I'm pretty content with this machete. It's kind of flexible, as it should be, and it's good color. The steel is not very good, but it does its job. Another machete, the cold steel Cookery. I really like this machete for chopping. It's a really good chopper. I've already made a few videos about this one. And the last two knives, oh no, not the last two knives, but this is a very old knife. It's a very old pocket knife. It was from the father of my grandfather, so it's about 100 years old. It's a treasure knife. This is a rip-off of the Swiss Army knife. I don't use this one. And this is my Gerber Gator. I don't like this knife, and I don't use it. And this is another useless multi-tool, which I don't use. So these are all my knives. The good ones, the okay ones, and some very bad ones. Okay, well, now we'll switch over to Mickie's knives.
Hello YouTube, my name is Mikkie from the Dutch Bushcraft channel. I'm going to show you my knives today, because Maarten also did that. Please don't expect the same amount, because mine is going to be considerably less. I've got my bag with knives over here. First knife I'm going to show you is my Mora Black Bushcraft. It's high carbon steel. I modified it, I made it convex myself, because I didn't really like the scanny that was on there, and I have a few Enzos that I'll show you in a minute, and it had well, I have enough scanny knives anyway, so I made this one convex, because I also have another Mora which is scanny. Okay, next knife. My Bark River 19C27 Gunny. I got this knife from Wako, my friend in Japan. Thank you very much. Really like this knife. It's the steel is kind of soft, but you know, easy to sharpen, and it still holds an edge for quite some time. So it still is good for bushcraft, not only for hunting. I've got loads of shit knives, to be honest. Sorry for the swearing. Next knife is a new knife. I haven't really tested this knife. It's a new Bark River Gunny. It's Elmex steel and with a desert ironwood, and it's supposed to be a really good steel. So I've got high expectations for this knife. My next knife is an F1. Yeah, well, I used to have an F1 in 3G steel, and I sold it because I really didn't like the results of that one. Although it was really hard, it stayed really brittle for, you know, no matter how I sharpen it, so that was really annoying. And this one is the 3G10 version, and it's much better steel, so I'm really glad with that. It has much better results and actually stays sharp for longer. This is my new Enzo Trapper. It's got I think it's a super steel S30V CPM S30V, and I must say I haven't done a lot of tests with it because these three knives are quite new and I all got them this year, so I've tested this one quite thoroughly and I kind of know this knife, but these two I haven't tested this, you know, well, I haven't tested this period. And this knife I haven't tested enough to really know the results, but I don't know. I hope it's gonna be a really good knife, but I've seen some disappointing results. Well, this, ladies and gentlemen, is my favorite knife. It's also a Bark River, and it's my Gunny Scandi in 3V, which is hardened to 60 HRC or something, or maybe 61, no, 61. Yeah. Mikkie, get your facts straight. Thank you very much. Well, oh yeah, and the other Bark River knives that Maarten showed you, which were 3V, are hardened up to 59. So they are a bit softer, but probably because this is a smaller knife. But it has a great edge retention and, you know, yeah. This is my Enzo Trapper. So this was actually the first one I bought in 01 steel. I have to say that 01 steel, I mean, it rusts really stupidly fast, but it's quite a good steel. I mean, I keep getting good results with this knife, and but yeah, it's kind of a pain to, you know, look after it and clean it all the time, and it's got a wooden curly birch handle, and it needs attention. And I don't know, like this knife for instance doesn't need any attention. Yeah, I need to clean it sometimes because it's not stainless, which I don't think is a bad thing. Okay, let me see. This is also my brand new Kalahari knife. I grinded this part over here. I grinded it off because I thought it didn't really look good, and I didn't know what use it had for me, and it kind of only stood in the way of batoning, and everybody's going to be like, yeah, but it's a hunting knife. I know, but Waco showed this knife on his channel, and I was really, how do you say that? Yeah, I was, I don't know, really intrigued. I don't know what the word is. I'm not English, but so I really wanted to buy this one. I was really impressed. Thank you very much, people, about his result, because he did the same thing. It's an A2 knife. I'll show you again. It's an A2 knife, desert ironwood. A2 isn't the best steel in my opinion for the things I do with it, because it's kind of soft, but so is the 19C27, which is kind of the stainless comparison to A2. Okay, this is my Mora Clipper. As you can see, I've sharpened it a lot. and I made this one convex as well. I thought it was Scandi. The last time I got it out, it was Scandi. So something happened over here. Something really strange. But this is kind of my, you know, my knife that I mess around with. It's okay, please put it over here. You can make it a little bit of room over here. Oh yes. Oh yeah, I've got a piece of paracord on this knife because I can. This knife is actually, strangely enough, it's kind of a good chopper for small sticks, of course. This is my spoon knife, which I can carve spoons with. I haven't done it a lot often. I'll show you one spoon. Wait, just 1 second. Ah! Carved this spoon with it, and the F1. Really proud of it. Oh yes. This is my Victorinox. It's a bit dirty. Sorry people. I have the same as Maarten's. We gave it for each other's birthday. How sweet. How beautiful. This is my Eden quality knife. I don't know why I bought it. I think because I saw it on the internet and then kind of looked cheap, and I wanted to see what the quality was. And it's okay. It's okay. Can't complain. It's good for what you want to use it for, cutting up vegetables and stuff. You don't want to use it for bushcraft, but that would be stupid if you would use this knife if you have all the other knives. This is my other Victorinox. This was actually my first knife ever, or yeah, kind of. This is the first knife I can remember getting. And I got it when I was 8, and funny how I still use it. By the way, I also got this knife from Marco, which is turns out to be my favorite knife. So thank you, Marco, for giving me knives. Well, I bought it from him. This knife, I'm not gonna show you the knife. It's my OP&L. It's a knife. It's nice. It's a knife. It's nice. It's a nice knife. And that's what it should do. It's a carbon steel OP&L. This knife, which I think is really ugly, it's the same as Maarten. Maarten has the same knife. He gave it to me. Yeah. I was really happy at the time. Now I think it's ugly. And it has no use for me. I just still have it. So I can show you which knives I have in my knife collection. This knife is probably my most useless knife in my whole collection. There was 1 year that I lost this knife or whatever, and then I didn't have a knife, and I asked my mom, please, can I have one knife? And we went to the store, and after a lot of moaning, I had this knife. Well, I have another special knife over here. It's a knife my brother gave to me. Thank you very much. Just 1 second. Geen kan mijn pauze doen. Okay, sorry, I just had to get my machetes. This is my machete. I didn't know, I really wanted a machete. I didn't know why I wanted one. And yeah, it's okay. Cost me 30 euros at the time. Kind of expensive for such a, well, it's not a high quality, it's such a low quality machete. But it does what it should do. Never use it anymore, so. And I've got another machete. It's a Linda convex machete, which isn't convex. So, I don't know where the name came from. It's kind of okay. Although I had to modify the handle for it. Yeah, it's not that thick, as you can see. Gonna put that over here. If you want a good machete, I would recommend the Parangs, but I just didn't buy that one yet. Okay, well, these were my knives. See you later, people. Thank you very much for watching this video.